What is up, familia de dinero? I am your host, Champion El Dinero, family of money. Welcome back, and make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you like these videos. And we can't always be winners out here, but had you follow one of my videos, and I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, but if you follow one of my videos, you would have found out that, hey, HOLO might be down, but another one is up. So I highly suggest, go ahead and drop that subscribe, like, and all that fancy stuff. But HOLO, NVIDIA earnings statement pretty much came out, earnings call came out, and it was not impressive. It was actually disappointing, unfortunately. And they beat all expectations, but the stock is falling down and it's losing sentiment as of right now. I could be wrong. It goes in the morning and it's going up. But for some reason in my gut, knowing what I knew, I kind of saw that they would meet expectations, but just did not hit a home run. And it's hard when you're the top dog and you're supposed to meet expectations. So it's time to price in. You got to price in. It's done a long run. It hit the highs of the highs. And to be honest, I'm very grateful that I got out when I did. Now I have my lows. I got my costs that I got for NVIDIA before it even exploded. So I just hope that it stays above that level. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you're here for HOLO. You have to understand what NVIDIA did for HOLO and any other Chinese stock market. In their call, they mentioned how competitive the Chinese market has become and how they want to partner and grow. Now, if you don't know, there's Chinese stocks on the stock market. So there was saying that if we don't get a good NVIDIA's report, that it's going to be a good good month for small cap. And NVIDIA pointed to Chinese stock. I don't think, unless HOLO releases some kind of information saying that they made a substantial amount of earnings prior to any other earnings, and that is the only time that they're going to get the 1% to look at this. And I bring it down to this. Now, you might think NVIDIA is bad. Yeah, if you put a lot of money into NVIDIA, you're probably counting on that bad boy to actually bring in some money. And it does hurt. It does hurt. I'm hurting now. But the reality is if you're here for HOLO, you put in quite a bit. Now, HOLO to me is, we're not going to move the needle until we get some kind of news. Unless somebody says, you know what, let's start the meme movement and we'll do the small cap, which Roaring Kitty could come back and we'll see a pump. It's time for that. Around that time, February, beginning of February, we also have rate cuts. If the rate cuts are not impressive, then a lot of people will start looking at small cap stocks. Now, a lot of people thought that NVIDIA is going up, that means HOLO's going to go up. No, that's not typically how it goes. When I see certain days, HOLO's up and NVIDIA's down, right? So you see small caps up, large cap down, right? So could this be a catalyst for HOLO? It might be. But again, like I said, we're not, unless we get some kind of news that show that, they're a serious competitor, like just having the news with BYD and partnering with Uber with their vehicles. If we get some kind of news that say, hey, we're ramping up production because we are pretty much working with BYD, then we can see something. If they announce a reversal stock, they could announce it in November. So this could be a good and bad thing. To be honest, we're in limbo territory, because good thing, if we were to have great news, to be honest, the focus would have been on Palantir, Snowflake, NVIDIA, CrowdStrike, all these other things. They wouldn't be focused on HOLO, Chinese stock market. They wouldn't even care. It would do something, but they wouldn't care, right? But now, all they got to do is, in China, they can go like, hey, Chinese market is doing fantastic according to NVIDIA. Run that story, Anybody that knows anything, they go online, they see that NVIDIA, HOLO, they were setting up the story today, talking about how they've been working together and stuff like that, which apparently is true. I can't 100%, but it's true. We can see HOLO going up. Now it's trying to go back up. It's been really bad day. It's been a really bad day. It's kind of sad that we have little communication from this company. It's truly sad, because when you're at the highs of 80, and let's just say they did all that work, we get to 80, and then we had this day happen, it would have went down. Everything would have went down. You would have had to reinvigorate a bunch of people to come into the market for this. So maybe everything's supposed to play out how it's supposed to play out, because had I kept my stocks, that's what's crazy. Had I kept my stocks within NVIDIA, I wouldn't have been in the best condition like I am now. Sometimes what you seem is like, oh God, this is horrible, turns out to be the best decision for you in that moment. So I decided to go ahead and sell off some NVIDIA, made a profit from that, moved money over, decided to buy some more HOLO. And to hear that news, possibly it is the best news that we need to focus. Okay, they're talking about competitors within the Chinese stock market or Chinese companies. Maybe we're gonna eye these companies. We're gonna invest in these companies. I've seen this one go volatile. Some of the 1%, they got millions of dollars. They're like, well, this one goes volatile. Maybe I can join the bump. Oh, it's super cheap, and boom. But right now, I would say HOLO is in a very shallow grave right now. It's peeking out, but it needs somebody to like stumble over it and really find and discover it, call the police and say, hey, yo, there's a HOLO right here. Like, we need it. It's still alive. It's barely breathing. You gotta resuscitate this. Well, we see it in the next Thursday and Friday. To be honest, a lot of people already got the answer. Competitors, China, right? You got people that are dedicated to U.S. soil, but at the same time, they're looking at China and they're like, okay, well, if they're competitors, I might want to back them because I might make money. Like if NVIDIA's at its peak right now, we saw its peak because that's what everybody's like, oh, okay, they grew, but they're not growing like 3, 4, 5, 15 times. Unfortunately, that's how the 1% work. They want to see substantial growth in a new industry. And this is what's crazy. We're nowhere near the .com bubble of investment. So when it comes down to HOLO, it is a chance. If there's news tomorrow that says, okay, HOLO's earning, or hey, we're ramping up production for BYD, any dang gunning thing, well then maybe those notes, maybe I don't, at this point we just need something other than bad news, like something, or just pump it. I don't know. So when it comes down to HOLO, these are my thoughts. It's not all over, but I will move on after September. I'm just going to move on. I found some stocks that are very promising that I want to put my money in. And it's possible that one day I wake up and it's over, it's up and it's stuck. And that's kind of like how the first run did for me. I looked at it, I said, oh, okay, it's running up to $1. It's above $1. Then it fell all the way down to 28 cents. Oh shoot, we're at 80 cents. Now it's all the way down to 36 cents. So, a lot of us want to say today's the day, this is a HOLO day, this is the day where we're gonna, but then all of a sudden you're selling it off and having no conviction. I'm willing to go ahead and just bring it down to zero, because I believe in this technology. I believe in even though people say, oh, this is not a real company, this is a scam. No, I believe that this company has cutting edge technology that can be useful in a grand scheme of things. It's just that we don't have news about it. It could be the NVIDIA that we need, a new start, a new catalyst. And so again, hopefully we get something this year. Just one thing, not these filings and conversion notes and all, rather than just a conversation. Conversation, let's talk, or that the company is moving in the right direction. Because why are you working with BYD and people are looking at this stock like, how has this stock not kept up with BYD stock or something like that. Like, this is crazy. So it is very strange, that stock is absolutely strange, because it has the business, it has the money, and it has the eyes, but it's stuck. Why? Is something weird going on? We'll have to find out. Thank you guys. Familia de Dinero. I've been your host, Champion El Dinero, and I will catch all of you champs in the next one. Peace.